Welcome back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. A big welcome back to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for your support of me and to your comments, especially that I read through. I can't get to all of them, but I read through them all. And I really appreciate you coming to my channel, watching the videos, and then taking the time to comment. It just blows my mind that you would spend so much of your time here with me. So thank you so much for doing that. A big congratulations to this month's winner of the free tarot reading. So if you're new to the channel, please join us, grab yourselves a cup of tea and some snacks, and we'll get cozy and have a little chat, because we're all friends when we gather here together. But if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit your notification bell and drop me a comment below any of my videos, because I offer a chance to win a free reading with me. So be sure to do that so that I can enter you in for your chance to win. For today's topic, we're talking about the person that you're going to marry. So who are you going to marry? Who are you going to commit to, and when? We have 3 piles to choose from today, and these are my birthday decks. I got 3 new decks for my birthday, and these are my birthday decks. So I got some of them from gifts from my husband. I got some gifts from some subscribers. So thank you so much to Annika. Thank you so much to Autumn as well for your generosity. You're amazing. Pile number 1 here is the Macabre Tarot, and we have it with the little penguin. Pile number 2 is the Radiant Tarot, and we have the dolphin. And pile number 3 is the Dark Moon Tarot, and we have the whale. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting from Spirit. And I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, today we're asking Spirit about who you're going to marry, who you're going to commit to, and when will that happen. Pile 1. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to the little tiny Emperor Penguin here, or perhaps to the Macabre Tarot, and this is your reading. Who are you going to marry and when? Who is this person you're going to commit with, commit to, and when will that happen? So let's see what Spirit has to say. Sorry about the noise from outside. So who will pile 1 marry? Now, you may have been drawn actually to the penguin here for a reason. Perhaps you're drawn to sort of an Emperor energy, a Taurus energy, and this is a good sign because, you know, the Emperor energy mates for life, and so there could be a commitment here that lasts and extends the sort of what's the word, the term I'm thinking of, stands the test of time. Is that it? Stands the test of time. I think that's it. 3 of Swords. Who are you going to marry and when? 8 of Wands. We have the Justice. I feel like you have been through it when it comes to love, and I think that that's been painful for you. I think you've been disappointed on multiple different levels when it comes to love, and this is a new season. Spirit wants you to know that this season of grief has had its time now. We're moving into a new season. We have the Tower. And what I really love about this is Spirit says you're building up this tower. You're building up this tower. And this will be somebody who does want to physically commit with you. They could be a Libra coming in for you as well. We have the 5 of Bones, the 5 of Wands reversed. Or I'm sorry, not reversed. And we have the Hermit here with the World. So you're regrouping. Spirit wants to kind of give you some confidence or some encouragement about what you've been through, because they say things are taking a drastic turn for you. This person is really reliable. The Hermit, they could be a Virgo coming through here as well. And it's really speaking about success after a period of loss for you. The World here has this skull imagery of reality transition and grief associated with your past, but we're reformatting. It's like we're reframing everything, and we're moving into a new cycle here. So they're asking you to kind of hold on. If you are experiencing this right now, they're asking for you to kind of hold on, hold your force, and push back a little bit, because things are going to take off here for you. I just saw the 10 of Swords on the back of this deck. This is somebody who will help you to build. Like, this is a very practical energy, this person coming forward. They could actually work in like a with earth elements in a very kind of building way. I almost feel like construction. For someone watching, this person could actually be a builder of some kind or work in construction in that way. There's just a reliability about them and a patience associated with this person too. They're really smart, but they wouldn't consider themselves like book smart. This would be the type of person that wouldn't have done really great in like school necessarily with their grades, as far as like being able to get really high grades in English, for instance. But this is somebody who can fix anything. This is somebody who is really, really smart when it comes to practical things, working with their hands. They can fix absolutely anything. And I love that the Tower is coming out underneath the Three of Daggers for you, because Spirit says that there's an ending coming to that sadness, permanent change coming up. Permanent change. And in this case, the Tower in this deck is a completely intact house. So Spirit says that we're changing from sadness into a more justified energy for you, because you don't deserve that. But what's coming in, the balance that's coming in, being restored for you, is definitely something that you deserve. Yeah, there's the Sun. We're definitely going from contrasting dark energies into the Sun. You have the Four of Swords. This person does like to travel. I feel like if they could have earth elements associated with their sun sign, but there's also this really energetic travel. It's like somebody who's really filled with curiosity. And this person doesn't feel like they're afraid to step outside of comfort zones, which really helps you to kind of push yourself outside of comfort zone, because the two of you experience new things together, whether it be new places, new experiences, you just experience new things together. And you will move with this person, Spirit just said. For someone, you're going to be moving with them at some point during your relationship, during your marriage, for instance. We have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, this person doesn't, I just heard that I don't have time for that. It's like, I don't have time for insecurity. I don't have time. It's like they are very practical when it comes to even emotional upsets. This person doesn't have time to kind of waste on emotional upsets. So they're very balanced, very level-headed person. Especially if you've come from a place of upheaval and turmoil, it's like that's exactly what you need. You need peace. And that's what this person can offer you. Spirit says that it's not that this person will give you butterflies, it's that they'll make you feel safe. And that's exactly what you need, because you may have experienced butterflies way back here, and it just resulted in this. It was like a warning system. And now we're moving into a period of peace. So this person makes you feel really, really safe, which is really beautiful. We have the World here with the Wheel of Fortune. And I love that the World is showing up for you multiple times, because they want you to stay focused on the success story that's going to come out of the sadness that you may be presently feeling. Because there is permanent change coming in, sudden upheaval, and this person's going to show up for you suddenly too. For someone watching, and this isn't for everyone, but there is a really profound online connection here. So I don't know if already you are talking to someone online potentially that has a lot of good qualities. This could be the person potentially. It could be a spark that's already seeded for you. That's not for everyone. But for someone watching, you could already be communicating with this person, and this is the sudden turn of events in your favor. You may be sort of on the fence about what to do about it because you're coming from upheaval, but this is the pathway that can lead to further healing. Now, the Four of Swords does talk about sort of retreat. You can see the Three of Swords hovering over top with this Ace. So it does, this is a place to kind of rest your head, so to speak. So they may be, very starkly different from anyone that you dated in the past, for instance. But for someone watching, you may already be speaking to this person online. Very strong Capricorn energy coming through too. And there's the King of Wands, Sagittarius. This person is very protective of you. And if they don't say a lot, if they're very kind of quiet with what they say, they will speak up when it comes to you. It's like when it comes to you, that's when they can't hold their tongue. Other than that, I feel like they're really kind of a quiet, reserved person. But when it comes to people challenging them for you, this person gets kind of riled up and jealous. They also have a really good sense of humor, Spirit says. They're smart about their humor. It's really it could be a bit dry or satirical in a way, but they have a really good sense of humor. Who are you going to marry? We have here reflection. It says illusion, self-examination, and distortion. And it's number 13 reverse, and it's like the death energy reverse. You could be feeling really stuck in a rut right now in life and in love. And some of your hope could be waning that this person could show up. But that's why Spirit says, don't fear sudden changes in life, because the sudden turn of events in your favor is actually in your favor. And it's going to put an end to sort of a consistent reflection period and lead you to healing. I love that. It says reconnecting with your true nature. And that's what this person offers you, is a soft spot to land. And we have here the message, positive news, positive outcome. And you can see the dove of hope and peace moving through. I feel like you'll have a family with this person. I feel like you'll build a life with this person, and there could even be children in the future of this connection if you choose to take that road. Who will you marry? We have here the dog spirit. Be loyal to what you love. And this person is exceptionally loyal to you. They are exceptionally loyal to you. I just heard in my mind that they won't even break for a pretty face. Like, it's like if there's a pretty person walking across the road and they need them to break to cross, they won't even break. They won't give anyone else the time of day. They're exceptionally loyal to you. And I will say that they will call you the better half. They may consider you the more attractive of the two. For instance, we have Scarab Beetle. Magic works through you. Number 52, the Scarab Beetle. This person emphasizes your journey. They emphasize your journey, and they put a lot of effort towards you and sort of your dreams. So if you have goals, if you want to go to school, if you want to take up a course, they are very supportive in that nature. They're just a really good egg. I think this person's a really good egg. We have Squirrel Spirit. Believe in yourself. And that's what this person gives you. If you are in an experience where you have dealt with heartache and you've dealt with illusions and lying and sadness, this person is the person that helps to reinvigorate your soul by simply being there and being present and being reliable and being a source of comfort and truly being the logical side of your brain when you get pulled back into states of despair, which we all need. We all need people like that in our life, that will help us to move through those types of cycles. Who will you marry? Who will pile one marry, please, Spirit? We have here King Solomon, legacy. And I love that because it really sparks and speaks to this person's intelligence and how wise they are, even if they're not seen as, traditionally someone who got really good grades, for instance. It's just that there's a wisdom that comes from them. They're a really intelligent person. And so when they speak, people should listen. They don't always, but people should listen. This card also speaks to sort of somebody who can help you connect with your heart more deeply because of how they view the world. They have a different perspective than you, so it helps you to sort of see the past in a new light. Their influence in your life also helps you to reframe the past and painful experiences into something positive because it led you to a more favorable outcome as well. Now let's take a look here and see about timing. When will you marry this person? So when will this happen, Spirit? Now keep in mind, if you haven't met this person yet, it does take time to meet and greet and build rapport. So don't be discouraged by timing or your perceptions or your expectations. We're always asked to embrace the present moment. When will this person show up? When can they expect a commitment? We have the Strength. The Four of Swords. For someone, you may already be in the process of communicating with this person. And you're already sort of headed down that line. We have this energy with the Ten of Cups, and we have the Page of Pentacles. Spirit says you're going to meet this person within the year, and you may actually be headed towards commitment within the year following that. So there's this sense of even less than a year following after you meet them, less than a year perhaps moving into more of a commitment phase here. If someone's already speaking to their person, there may be commitment in this connection after 10 months. So if you're already in the process of a relationship that started online, this may commit within 10 months, so within a year. For those of you who are not communicating, you're meeting your person this year. You're meeting your person within the next 12 months. So be sure to be aware and open to new possibilities, new options that come in for yourself. Even if you're in this state here now, to keep your heart space open. It's really hard. I know it's a hard ask from your guides to do that when you're in that state, but they say as long as we're keeping a vulnerable heart space, we're communicating to the universe that we're still ready. Even if our legs are shivering or quaking a little bit, we're still ready for that. So we don't have very much time to waste here to prepare for this next chapter. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. A charm bowl, please. What does this marriage look like? What type of person is this? Advice for pile number 1 in the bowl. Oops, I got 9 of Swords is overthinking, worrying, anxiety associated with this path right now. And you're not experiencing, I feel like there's a depression for someone watching too. So if that's the case, my heart goes out to you, and I'm offering lots of love because there's this really strong overthinking energy and worry that's very limiting to us. It's very limiting to our experience. It's very limiting to our expectations. And so what you're dealing with right now, Spirit wants you to know that it's not going to go to waste. It's going to be used to help you learn from the past and help you move forward. And they say that the only reason why we're experiencing this right now is to highlight how emotionally unfulfilling those environments are, because it's not what you deserve, it's not what you need. And so they do see you moving out of that cycle. And they are also communicating in the bowl that the worst is behind you, that you actually have already surmounted previous challenges, and that we're already in the frequency of more coming in. So we just need to get out of that emotional prison and keep that heart space open so that we're aware, so we can see the offer coming in. We got some big ones. I can feel them in my hand here. We have Beauty and we have Friend. And this person is exceptionally loyal. We have the dog here. And they're really optimistic, especially when it comes to you. We have a playing card. It says the 10 of Wands. So this is a type of person that will carry a lot of the burdens on their shoulders, especially if they are the divine masculine. We have here the Knight of Pentacles, and they are exceptionally reliable. This is a saver. This person saves money. They're not impulsive when it comes to coin or their job, and they are very hardworking. The letter M and E. We have 2. We have here a key. This could be the key to ascension, but also the key to sort of, you hold the key to be able to escape this emotional prison that you may find yourself in the present. And there is an emphasis on clearing out your chakras here in preparation for this next cycle, because divine timing is at play. So Spirit's like, they're trying to kind of light a fire under you now so you can adjust some of this limiting energy and be more open to the possibility of more. All right, pile 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates. I'm praying for you. If it does resonate, please drop me a comment below and hit your notification bell so that I can enter you in for a chance to win that free reading with me. You can check out my Instagram account because I do offer a chance to win a free reading over there on occasion as well. And I offer private readings through my Etsy account, and that link is below. But I hope you come back for another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the little dolphin or to the Radiant Tarot, and this is your reading. Who will you marry and when? You could have been drawn to the dolphin because of the sheer joy it represents or the friendship that it represents. There's just something really kind of celebratory and flirtatious about the dolphin and with this beautiful deck as well. So that could be why you were drawn, but let's take a look here. Oops, I don't know if that guy will stay. He probably won't. So let's see, who will you marry and when? Who will you commit to, pile 2, and when? What can you tell me about this person? Who will you marry and when, please? So pile number 2. We have the 9 of Swords. It's interesting because the pile 1 started with the 3 of Swords. So you could be worried about this. You could be kind of overthinking this as well. We have the Hermit reversed. And you could be sort of in a period of life where you're feeling kind of isolated, feeling a little bit lonely, not sure when this period of life is going to end for you. Who will you marry and when? You could be a Virgo. But Spirit says that there's an overthinking energy to you that's not allowing yourself to stay grounded and focused. We have the Magician. We have the King of Cups. It could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio coming through for you. And this person is kind of a key to peace for you as well. Back of the deck is the Four of Cups. Back of the deck, back of the deck we have the Hanged Man and we have the Queen of Cups. Let's get a different deck here to clarify. Who will you marry and when? First of all, Spirit is indicating that for someone watching, there will be children in the future of this connection, which is beautiful. And they're asking you to surrender to this period of delay because they understand that that's a hard ask, I feel, because you've been waiting. You've been waiting and it's frustrating. It's hard to maintain optimism when you just feel like you're always disappointed, perhaps. Now, they say that this person, and again, it's interesting, the Three of Cups and the Dolphin are all about flirtation. So this could start in a very strong friendship realm or flirtation realm. We have the Emperor, Taurus energy. We have the Knight of Pentacles. This person is being presented as kind of a bit of a workaholic, somebody who works really, really hard, and they're actually working, I feel like they're working towards their own endeavors too. No, normally I wouldn't feel an entrepreneurial spirit here with the Knight or with the Emperor, but I feel like they're working towards being independent in some way in their own business, but it feels like a business of their own, like it feels like something practical that they're doing or making or working with their hands. It's like something, a skill that they've developed that they are working towards. I don't think it's their full-time job, but I feel like they're working towards independence in the financial realm with something that they're building for themselves. And this is a very goal-oriented person too. This person is someone who is a really strong communicator. They like to get their opinions known. Now, some of their opinions, I will say this, some of their opinions will differ from yours. It's like there's a difference between the two of you. Some of their opinions are really strong. And it's like they need the influence of you to kind of soften the edge of some of those opinions. I will say that. And that's what Spirit is really speaking about this person too, is that you're going to help bring some of their emotion to the surface, because they could be the type that really suppresses some of that emotion. They're really being presented as somebody who is, I don't want to use a term like manly because it's all about energy. It has nothing to do with gender, but they're bringing across a very masculine vibe. So very masculine energy coming from this person. And I think that this person would also spend time investing in their physical form. So they could go to the gym, for instance, or be somebody who does like intramural sports or something like that that keeps them active. They seem like a very active person. We have here the Ace of Wands, the Four of Cups. Back of the deck is the Page of Pentacles. And we have the Page of Swords. For someone watching, and this is not for everyone, for someone watching, this person could be fresh out of school at this moment. So fresh out of school completely, and that's why they're just building upon their goals at this moment, because they're just coming out of certain institutions. And this again could form in it could be a part of those institutions perhaps, but it could really form from a friendship or a flirtation that really ultimately expands from that point. This person doesn't like to showcase weakness, but they do get insecure sometimes. They do have an insecurity that follows them. Sometimes they will turn their back on their emotion to kind of stay focused and get the job done. But you help them to tap into some of that a little bit more. Can you clarify the Four of Cups, please? The Knight of Pentacles. This person's really dependable and really loyal to you, and there is a message coming through too that Spirit wants us to acknowledge that and make sure that we're feeling appreciative of this person's efforts, because I feel like they don't match our expectations as far as their love language versus your love language. This is someone who does things for you. They may not be the type of person to give you something emotional for a gift, but they would they would fix your tires or something on your car. Like they would do something really practical for you that to them would communicate great love, because it's effort and it's time, and they value that. So that could be something that over time you may get frustrated with, the Spirit says. But that's just about kind of influencing them with your expectations a little bit. Not that other people have to jump through our hoops of our expectations, but within a marriage, within a relationship that's deep and evolving, you know, we're supposed to create a space for each other to grow and evolve. And so your influence over that, and perhaps moments of frustration that you communicate about, will help the two of you reach a more appreciative energy and help you to feel appreciated and seen in the way that you like to be appreciated and seen. And it's just honestly a miscommunication, Spirit says, in that regard, because it's just the difference between your version of a love language versus their version of a love language, because they're so loyal to you. They're very loyal to you. They're very dependable, and when you call them, they are there. Where's the Fool? Here's the Lover's energy. There's lots of attraction between the two of you, but it's going to take like a leap of faith to jump into this attraction. So when you meet this person, Spirit is indicating it's going to start very heavily flirtatious. And to be honest with you, the Divine Masculine may not have the courage to step out of that comfort zone and say, hey, I really want to take this to the next level. So it may be the Divine Feminine perhaps that has to step forward and really execute, yeah, there's the Queen of Swords, really execute change here, or really get the ball rolling. Really get the ball rolling. But I keep knocking these over. The force that we push through here with the Nine of Wands, we'll be happy that we did, because it brings about a beautiful, peaceful relationship whose purpose is to kind of eliminate the old energy, the Nine of Swords, the rumination, and into a beautiful period of peace. Who will pile to marry, please? We have here Treasure Island, surrender, the Nine of Cups, and there's the sea turtles about surrender. We have the Hanged Man as your backup deck, asking you to surrender this period, especially if you're already in a flirtation, for instance. Surrender to it. Don't overthink it, because the Nine of Cups is represented by the Treasure Island card here, and it's all about bringing in the desires of your heart over a period of time. And it's really being showcased to me about looking backwards at an experience and realizing, you know, that we kind of hit the jackpot with our partner a little bit, because they're very reliable. We have Message in a Bottle. They're asking us to surrender to the insecurity that we feel, especially when we are asked to step outside of our comfort zone during flirtations that are going to come up in the future. There is this kind of cat and mouse game that to expect between the two of you when you first enter into a connection together, or the potential for the connection is there. There's going to be a bit of a cat and mouse game, a back and forth. Back of the deck is Poised, though. In that moment, Spirit says they're calling for you to take a leap of faith and take a risk towards this person. Who will pile to marry, please? We have here Elephant Spirit, learn from the past, number 25, endurance, stamina, stability. And that's what this person is affording to you. And I just keep looking at those tusks, which is this beautiful sense of, because I think of ivory, I think of whiteness, and I think of clarity coming in. It's like a reward after a long period of wait. It's like your reward coming in. So if you're in this period of kind of feeling left behind in life, or feeling left behind emotionally with love, Spirit says just power through here. We have here Set Healthy Boundaries, the Armadillo Spirit, and back of the deck says White Raven Spirit, trust in the magic, surrender to these new beginnings that are coming in. So let's ask Spirit about the timing. When to expect when will pile to marry this person? When will they meet them? What can you tell us about timing with this connection? When will they marry? We have the Chariot. Cancer energy. We have Strength. We We have the Four of Pentacles. For someone watching, first of all, we have the Ace of Pentacles in the back of the deck with the Nine of Wands. So the Ace of Pentacles, if you're not already kind of in a flirtation, Spirit says that and if you are, even still, Spirit says that the flirtation is really going to amp up within the next 7 months. And they're really speaking about movement happening for you within the next 7 months. So within the next 7 months, you could meet this person, or an already present flirtation could start to ramp up a little bit more. Within the year's time is when this relationship could form. So within 12 months is when the relationship could really form. And it's when 1 to 4 years between the formation of the relationship and getting to the altar, or getting to a phase of commitment in this relationship that feels really solid. Let's get an advice card here. I'm going to get you an Angel and Mystics card. What can you tell me about this person for pile 2 before we do our charm bowl? Can you tell me about this person for pile number 2? We have here St. Christopher, Soul Journey, the patron saint of safe travel. Very interesting. Now for someone, I got a picture of a city bus in my mind, so that's not for everyone, obviously, but if you resonate with that message, you could be flirting right now with like something about a city bus. So just take that as it resonates. But St. Christopher was the patron saint of safe travel. So this is just your acknowledgement from Spirit about this person there's already a momentum of change coming towards you. And St. Christopher is making sure of that. So Christopher could be a name that is present in your mind already that could resonate with you. But they're also speaking about the current state here with the Hermit reverse, with the loneliness that you're feeling. He's helping to usher you to a new shore. And again, the Christopher could be a name that is significant as well in this connection. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile 2. Advice for pile 2, please, about who they will marry. We have the Two of Cups. It's coming out reversed though. So you could have recently separated from a relationship, for instance, and that's weighing really heavily on you because you're challenged by that. You could have thought that your most recent past relationship was the person you were going to commit to, and that hasn't spanned out. So now you're kind of really overwhelmed and kind of go back to the drawing board, not really knowing where to go from here. Spirit says don't be worried about the unknown, because the unknown is holding so much opportunity for you and holding this relationship for you. So not to fear the unknown. This period of frustration that you're experiencing, they want you to just power through determination. Because you're communicating to the universe that you're not pulled in different directions at that point, that you're determined for motion forward. We have Full, and we have the Dolphin. And you guys were drawn to the Dolphin. So a lot of flirtation, I feel like there's just a lot of laughter involved in this relationship. Like there's a lot of humor involved here. We have intoxication and temptation with the grapes. We have the slow handsaw, and we have the iron. Now, there could be a closure issue for you in past situations that need to be closed off. So Spirit wants you to work upon that if you're able to. We have here the Chariot with the freedom of the horse. We always have a choice. It's about movement and travel. So you may find that you travel with this person, but I feel like there's a less of a travel energy with them. They're the type of person that would save to travel once a year, for instance. We also have here the little teddy bear and the Empress sideways, so there's family associated with this connection as well. And Aquarius, we have the crescent moon and the little sword of truth, the Ace of Swords, so new beginnings. This Nine of Swords where you feel like you're in a holding pattern, it's like we need to surrender to it so we can allow the 10 to form, so we can allow that Ace, that new start to permeate our experience. All right, pile 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates. I'm praying for you, and if it did resonate, please drop me a comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. If you don't want the free reading and you still want to leave a comment, you can just opt out whenever. It doesn't it's not an obligation, of course. You can also check out my Etsy link for a personal reading if you feel called to. But I hope you come back for a visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the little whale charm, or to this beautiful tarot deck. Thank you, Autumn, so much for this beautiful deck. And this is your reading. Who are you going to marry and when? So this whale energy is all about expression. It could really identify you as a water energy, or perhaps your person is a water element as well. I always think about the King of Cups when I see the whale like that. So let's take a look here and see. Who is pile 3 going to marry? We have the Chariot. Cancer energy. So it could be a Cancer energy coming through here. And it's like I want to say a bold person, like a bold Cancer, like a bold person coming in, Spirit just said. We have the 5 of Swords. We have the 2 of Pentacles. We have the 4 of Swords. And we have the Fool. Yeah, this person's going to kind of like take risks. Even though they're not 100% sure how you feel about them, they're going to be sort of the aggressor here, and they're going to take risks when it comes to you. We have the Queen of Wands. You could be a fire sign, a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and there's the Emperor. And so there's a really strong kind of emotional thirst here with this Emperor. So they're really, really keen on you. This person's super, super keen on you because they see that the risk is worth the reward because you are this reward, and they're super intimidated by you. Now, this person could come into your experience when you are not quite ready or you're indecisive, because there's this sense of internal conflict that stops this person, or it makes them hesitate. It doesn't stop them. It makes them hesitate because they convince themselves that maybe you're not keen on them, or it's just they put you up on a big pedestal. And I feel like that habit will continue as you expand your connection and move into commitment. The Lovers, Gemini. This person is going to be instantly attracted to you. I think you're going to be instantly attracted to them as well, but they're more attracted to you, I should say. They're more attracted to you. But it's like it pulls them in different directions. There's a sense of decision to be made here. And they kind of feel helpless sometimes when they come into your experience. They feel a little bit helpless because they don't get a lot back from you, or they're really intimidated by you. It's causing a lot of internal conflict because they're adding their expectations to the outcome, and that limits them. So there's this call to kind of keep your wits about you, or for them to keep their wits about them. This person will watch you for a time before they actually execute any sort of offer towards you, or they take any sort of risk towards you. I will say this, for a time in your relationship, this person will work multiple jobs. One will be more practical and more limiting to them, and the other will be more of an inspired pursuit. It'll be more of a creative pursuit, so to speak. And it's through your influence that you help this person step outside of their comfort zone to perhaps take risks, especially in their work realm, because you inspire them to be better and you make them want to be better. There's something really kind of collaborative about the two of you together. It's like you open up a floodgate for them. There's the Hierophant. I also feel like this person perhaps had fear of commitment before they met you, but they will ultimately want to commit with you because that's what you inspire. We have the Knight of Wands. Sagittarius energy, very strong with this person. And the Queen of Wands, you definitely could be that fire sign coming through here. Because they think that their attraction to you feels really explosive, if I'm honest. It feels really explosive. And I think that you'll have a very healthy physical sex life, for instance. I think you're going to have a really, really strong mutual attraction that lasts. Now, Spirit says that the two of you may actually enter into some sort of pursuit beyond the normal job realm together. You may actually, because you inspire them to take risks and to take leaps of faith, you help them to make decisions, especially in their practical realm, in their career. You help them to detach from insecurities that are unnecessary so that they can take leaps of faith, not only in commitments with you through your influence, because it's like there's a sense of them evolving. Because when they first meet you, they're not ready for commitment. But by the time you influence them, they're like, I couldn't commit with anyone else. But this is also extended not just to the commitment realm, but also to their work realm. You help to give them the confidence to take leaps of faith in their work realm. Can we clarify the Fool, please? Who will you marry? This person too will be the type of person that will be on the fence about whether or not they want children, or because they're not keen on commitment anyway when you first meet them. But I feel like you influence them there as well, if that's an avenue that you want to take. You have the Ten of Swords. You completely blow this person's whole plan of life apart. You know, they go into this life with this expectation of how life is going to go and their plan for themselves, and then they meet you and your influence is so strong that you make them change directions in a beautiful type of way. Because it leads to the Ten of Cups. So it's not devastating, it's not negative, but you help them to see beyond their expectations of what's possible. Because even when they're juggling this idea of stepping outside of their comfort zone in the work realm, you help them to believe that that's possible. And so there's something really great about that. But you change them a lot. And I don't want to say you change them, you just change their perspective of what they think they want out of life. And even if they aren't kind of keen on commitment, or if they're insecure about that, they commit. They commit here. Because you help to open up, Spirit just said you help to open up the fifth element. You help to open up connection to source or connection to spirit, because you have an influence there. We have the Hermit. It's almost like you're taming someone. That's what Spirit says. It's like this person comes in full of movement, full of restless energy. They could be someone who really loves to travel too, and they're going to carry that love of travel into the connection with you. So I feel like you guys will travel together. And I think that could be a mutual love that you share. But it's like your influence tames them, because they go from this knight to the king, but now they're showcasing themselves as the hermit. It's like, now I'm planning, I'm falling asleep on the couch at 8 p.m. Like there's a sense of you shifting them and grounding them. Truly, if they're this knight that's kind of untamable and not worried about the consequences, you tame them, you kind of pull them back down to earth a little bit. We have the Magician. And we have the Sun. I love that. You have back of the deck, we have the Tower energy. And what I love about this particular version of the Tower is you can see the white rabbit here and then this big gecko. And I was just focused on the gecko of the King of Wands, which is a symbol of protection. But there's also a lot of fire associated with the King of Wands, right? There's also a lot of intent, sexual intent, and concern with sexual matters with the Page. So that could be what fuels here. It's the attraction that fuels them towards you. Right? There's an attraction that fuels them towards you, but you have standards and you have expectations that they have to then decide if they're going to bend to a little bit. So there's this feeling of you blowing apart all of what their expectations were towards the future. And you create this Tower moment, this epiphany inside of them that allows them fresh perspectives, fresh expectations for the future. And ultimately, you can see there's the white rabbit being held by the ears by this Magician, and it leads to the Sun. It leads to so much happiness and potential. And the two of you building together, building a life, and that life holds so many different aspects, because I'm dealing with collective energy. For some, it's going to hold children as well. It's building up of coin together, building up of foundations. Who will you marry? Pile 3, please. You have here, Between Worlds. Embrace the in-between. And that's what I feel like this person is in when you first meet them, is that they're juggling a lot of different opportunities. They may feel like there's competition for you, but they're juggling different opportunities, and then they see you, and it's like everything changes. So the Between Worlds is asking you to embrace periods of restlessness or periods of insecurity. There's just going to be waves, that lead us to commitment, which always happen in every relationship that we enter into. Nothing kind of goes from point A to point B as the crow flies. We have to take the paths that are opened up to us that lead us there. But there's so much potential here. And that's why Spirit, this number 26, which is the number 8, which is putting in effort and gaining mastery over the unknown, because there is an aspect of that here. There's an aspect of this person kind of at initially not wanting to surrender to outcomes, not wanting to give way to outcomes, but ultimately doing just that, shifting, because that's the only way they see the potential for the happiness, and that's the only way they can achieve that fully is with you, is through embracing the journey and embracing change. And it's an evolution that Spirit says, it's not that you're forcing change upon them, it's an evolution that's meant for them. Back of the deck is a brand new life. Who are you going to marry, please, for pile number 3? Now, wolf spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. And there is a lone wolf quality to this person when you first meet them, but it's as they learn more about you, as they experience more during this connection, they start to be tamed. They start to gather their experiences and to reflect upon them deeper. And we have here the spider spirit, make your dreams real. And the spider reminds us that we weave our own destiny. There's this very intelligent air element to this person. But you make them kind of challenge themselves to challenge themselves about what they're capable of doing, especially, again, the work realm keeps coming up with this person because there's this emphasis on what they build in that work realm that you help them to build that is really big, or really it influences them, it influences your life quite a bit, and it's really productive. Who will you marry, pile 3? We have here, trust the timing. It says, trust the wave you commit on. Timing is not yours. Time is not running out. The timing is not right this moment. And that's why Spirit says that you may have to be patient with this person and trust in the timing, especially if they drag their feet a little bit towards commitment. That's only initially, and that's only to kind of, it's purposeful. They keep talking about it being purposeful because it's this upheaval. They need to learn how to balance that themselves. So don't get dissuaded by delays that this person may precipitate because of their own insecurity towards commitment. Let's pull one of these Saints and Mystic cards. Who are pile 3 going to marry? We have here Maya Darren. It says immersion, number 32. And this is an interesting card to come out for you because this card, it really speaks to sort of the mystic visionary, and it talks about confronting self-doubt. And it talks about clearing off nervous, anxious blocks. And this person, I do feel, has a nervous, anxious block towards commitments and towards taking that big leap of faith, but that's the influence that you provide for this person, is you help them to eradicate those blocks, because ultimately those blocks are keeping them from their highest good or keeping them limited, and you are the key, or you are the tool to be able to help them clear those blocks away. So it's actually a really beautiful kind of connection that's being played out. When will you commit to this person? So let's take a look at timing. We have the Four of Swords. There may be delays towards commitment here for you, pile 3, and that's why we're asked to kind of rest in that delay, because the Three of Swords is acknowledging a frustration that you may be experiencing, and the Ace of Swords is that truth of the frustration. It's like it may be a delay to get to the actual commitment, but keep your head high and focused on your objective, and keep your head high and focused on the present moment. That's where all the opportunity exists. And ultimately, you know, you may have been drawn to the whale here because it's all about expression and expressing ourselves, or we'll drown in our emotions. So it's about keeping our heart space open, and this is all about this person, you helping to influence this person's heart space and be more vulnerable. So don't let delays affect you. We have here the Seven of Cups and the Page of Cups. It's coming out reversed, but Spirit says that for someone watching, you're going to have an unexpected attraction that comes into your life within the next I would say about 7 to 8 months. That's when the emotion's going to kind of pop up out of the blue. If you're already involved with someone that you feel could match this description, then they say that some of the pressure or the pushback for commitment could happen at that time period, 7 to 8 months. And that could be when the relationship is going to form, but it may not be exactly when the commitment falls. Because Spirit says that we may have to wait a little bit. There may be further delay in the commitment phase of this connection moving down the line. And the Six of Pentacles is all about the giving and receiving of information, of time, of energy between the two of us, which influences the future. We have the Five of Swords and the Page of Wands. So the Five of Swords is talking about inner conflict that you're going to experience on the way to getting the commitment that you're looking for. That the delays could cause that internal conflict, which will make you question it altogether. But the Page of Wands underneath is asking us to embrace the journey, because there's a lot to be gained here if we choose this path. But we maybe have to wait a few years before this person, from the beginning of the relationship to the actual stage of commitment. And I'm not saying that they won't be committed to you. It's just that we won't hit that altar until a couple of years after we actually start the relationship. And for someone watching, you know, this could go into a few years. So it's just about embracing the journey, because if we focus on the delays, we extend them at times because we're fueling negative expectations. Let's get a charm bowl pile 3, please. Advice for pile 3 in the bowl. We have, whoops, Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. And we have the Four of Swords. Now, see, I'm looking here in the bowl and I just keep seeing, I see the Two of Pentacles, I see the Five of Pentacles, I see the Fool reverse, the Death energy. And because I'm dealing with collective energy, I have lots of different messages floating in. I've got the 2-year mark, I've got the 5-year mark, I've got this person who has an inability to, who's just not ready or is not in that stage of life to be able to give us that. But there's also this sense of us requiring the delay too. Spirit's really adamant that we may really want commitment because it gives us a self-assurance, but ultimately we need to find that balance within ourselves as well. So they say that we need to work on our own inner peace to prepare for this, so that we are communicating to the universe what we are ready for. So they're really just encouraging us to retreat into a period of reflection so that we can resolve and really communicate to the universe exactly wholeheartedly what we're trying to manifest. But it also encourages us to keep our wits about us while we wait for that commitment, because it could feel like work. There's also, for someone watching, you may meet this person in the work realm or in the school realm potentially. We have you, we have X, we have I love you, infinity. We have the cupcake, want my cake and eat it too. And we also have here the ant, and it's the, I often think of female energy when I think of the ant, because I think of colonies ruled by divine feminine energy. And so it's like you putting in the effort, putting in the work. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So it's about claiming our independence for a period of time, and it's about putting in the steps we're guided to take, because we'll end up in a very favorable position and an enviable position. We have the Sacred Heart here, and it's about shining, actually the Divine Mercy, it's the Divine Mercy. There could be a Catholic connection to this person, but there's this sense of keeping the heart space open and providing a lot of mercy to this person, because they will need that time. We also have here the cheetah, taking advantage of opportunities as they present. We have the Temptation with the apple, and we have a dime. I'm trying to find a date here from 2001. So I think about the October or the 10th of any month. I also think of the Six of Swords and transition. So you together, the two of you transition into a state of peace. We have Live Your Dream. And we have the Divine Feminine Starfish. So healing ourselves from expectations and release and redirection. All right, pile 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates. If it did, please drop your comment below in the comment section so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my links below for Instagram for a chance to win a free reading. And you can also check out my Etsy link below for a personal reading if you feel called to. But I hope that you come back here for another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.